Here we go. Okay. Hello. Welcome to my new recording space, complete with pillows. So, I just got a new microphone. I have been undergoing the journey of learning how to be a voice actress, which is very exciting, something I wanted to do for years, and finally took the plunge of setting up a profile on ACX. I've joined Voiceover Academy, took my first class last night. I've been practicing speaking into the microphone, having fun discovering what my tone is, learning that my vocal range is way higher than I thought. And I should have guessed that because I've always sung soprano, but I really thought I was creating this kind of gravitas when I was practicing these deep voices. And then I listened back to it and it sounded like a little girl. So I guess I'm just going to have to stay up here. But anyway, I'm figuring it out. So yeah, thanks for joining me on my journey here. Sorry in advance if this is way louder than you're used to in my videos. I'm definitely new to the audio engineering side of things. I'm still learning quite a bit right now. This Shure Shure MV7 Plus mic is has an auto level feature. It's a condenser mic, so it's super, super sensitive. So you're probably hearing some like gross swallowing sound. Sorry. But it should be managing the volume theoretically, automatically. I don't know. Figuring it out. But yes, all that is to say, exciting things are happening in my world. And I know they are in your world too, because if you are here, it's because you have resonated with the fact that you are launched onto a brand new stage. And for many of you, you're doing something like me where you're quite literally putting yourself in the public eye in some way, whether it's through a YouTube channel, some mode of artistic expression, or building a business that has you, presenting seminars, working with clients, making presentations, some kind of visible, vocal, public expression is coming through really strongly for this collective. And this is your time. So this is the time to shine, guys. But I'm also getting, for a lot of you, kind of a sense of like, how is it all going to happen? Like, where do I go from here? There's an underlying current of energy and drive and desire, but not yet the logical mind's know-how of how to get there. And I'm here to reassure you, whether, this is always coming from my heart, always to me coming from spirit, but even at the most basic practical level, I want you to just get this into your head, how absolutely simple it is to remember that you can always rely on you. Okay? Many of us in this collective have trusted others historically way more than we've trusted ourselves. And for a lot of us, that was also by design, by the environments we were raised in. We were taught not to trust ourselves, not to trust our judgment, not to trust our gut, not to trust our own voice. And so this year is very much about the healing, expansive expression of your voice in particular. But I think the biggest thing from that for me is it's not just about transitioning that trust away from others to you, because it's not about saying like you can't trust other people. It's more like saying, rather than focusing on your fear of how it's all going to happen because you're not seeing someone on the outside providing it to you, why do you not try focusing on the fact that you are a sure bet? In fact, that's the biggest takeaway for 2026 is if you do one thing this year differently, it's bet on yourself. Okay? You've bet on everyone else. You've bet on maybe corporations taking care of you, family taking care of you, external forces taking care of you, some other, systems taking care of you. What if this year you bet on you taking care of you. It's not an isolationist thing. In fact, I feel this collective is more attuned to community than ever before. But the difference is that energetically, you are coming from a place where you are feeding yourself rather than looking to the outside to feed you, to nourish you, to reassure you. And the fact is, even if in the past there was some level of comfort in that, you're at a point now where that just doesn't work anymore anyway. If it did, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be drawn to this message. Deep down, you have been feeling like those external reassurances, even if you're getting some of them to agree, they're only kind of scratching at the surface of your comfort. They're not offering true contentment. And that is because you're being asked to look deeper now and discover that your surest form of contentment, reassurance, safety, groundedness, centeredness, certainty is always going to come from inside you. And when you have that, that feeling is so solid, there's no room for the what ifs, the fear, the uncertainty, the that sense of like inner blankness, that what now, because you're not worried about what now. You are trusting in yourself. And that is the bet that you are making on you this year. You are betting on you. When people, and like when other people come to you and they're like, what do you mean you're doing this? How are you going to make it happen? What's the plan? First of all, you don't have to share anything with anybody else. If you're in the process of setting something up or making a big change, you don't owe that to anyone. But if you want to have a comeback, tell them, bet on me, okay? Don't worry about any of the details. Just bet on me. Put your faith in me because my faith is in me. Okay, that's the big thing for this year. So that's the first thing I wanted to share. How's my kitty? I've got a cat trapped in the room with me because I had the door closed. I don't know if it makes a difference in the echo. I have been learning about the science of sound and have been told or read, or both, I guess, that you want an enclosed space. So I don't normally close my office door. But yeah, it's definitely been a journey. All right, I want to pull some cards because this is a collective that is like raring to go. Where are we going, guys? Ooh, King of Wands. Yeah, there's that fire energy. This is that fire horse energy. Look at all the red passion in that card. You know what I also love about this king? It's just how chill they are. Like they're really not having to raise a hand to make any effort. It's not like you're not going to be working hard, but it's like it just flows so naturally. It's like when I start like audio editing, even though it drives me insane because I don't know yet what I'm doing, I'm just obsessed with figuring it out and I can't stop until I have gotten it right, until I've, checked all these forums, submitted post questions, like searched through websites and user guides, tested things out. And yeah, it's work, but like 7 hours could pass and like, I'm like, oh my God, what time is it? Where am I? Like I haven't drunk water or eaten or gotten up to go to the bathroom, which is like not great, guys. Like take care of yourself, have regular patterns. But my point is like when you are so lost in what you're doing, that is when you know you're on your path because you're doing work that doesn't feel like work. It feels like fulfillment and the money will come. This is not just like, a trite, a hollow promise. Like what I'm doing will take work, but it is an industry. People get paid in this industry. I bet you whatever it is that your dream is that you want to see happen, there is money to be made in it, especially if it is creative work or that uses some measure of your authentic expression as all authentic work does. And people are craving it right now, craving it. And like, yeah, there's like the AI crowd is like, but it's so convenient. But like most people are really craving authentic expression. And I truly do not believe that is ever going to go away. It could, the marketing campaigns for some of these things are loud. So they're making it sound like this is what the whole world wants. But like, no, it's not, bro. Like, not to get too much on it. No, I shouldn't even say that. I'm not even going to say it. This video will get flagged. Anyway, doesn't matter. Point is, you are in the process of awakening. And I think most of you by now have already figured out what it is you are passionate about. And you were like, oh, finally, I know I can move forward with this. And if you haven't yet gotten there, then soon, like in the next 3 months. But I have a feeling this video is going to find you right at that moment when you already know what it is and you're like raring to go. So the question just becomes like, again, the how. And that's where trust comes in. That's where the bet comes in. Because, and I'm a millennial, I'm like, it doesn't come naturally to me to be like, bet, like, I don't even know how like young people say it. So, but that phrase aside, that is the concept I want you to carry with you. And look, here we go, 9 of Laurels. This is financial independence, guys. Look at the sovereignty of this lady, just like how gorgeous and like in her power she is. Look at the outspread wings of that. What is that, an eagle? I think maybe it's a hawk. It's a hawk. Anyway, a very powerful bird. So this is someone who is stepping into their power and their confidence and their ability to operate independently. Ooh, and I'm getting shivers. So again, this is not going to be about isolation, but it is going to be about about economic confidence and economic sovereignty, where you're not worried about looking outside of you for supply. This is kind of be maybe how we do the rest of this video. I'm not sure yet. This is my chonker, my queen, Miss Juniper, who's now insisting to be part of this. So yeah, this is your time. I'm totally distracted by the cat. 1 second. Okay, we just needed a little pet here. I just needed to give a little cuddle, so we're good now. But yeah, and so maybe this interruption is even significant because maybe for some of you, part of the beauty of what you're building is a career that gives you the flexibility to be with your pets, to be with your children, to be with your spouse, your partner, with your parents, to be able to blend productivity with nurturing and caring and have a hybrid life. And that is the kind of economic future that I feel is going to become more and more the norm in 2026. It already is for many people, but this collective in particular is part of like an explosion for many levels because everything's interconnected, right? And this is why nothing is like to be feared because like, yes, in great part, it's because gig economy work is on the rise. And, traditional white collar work is crumbling in many ways, which is, not necessarily a bad thing. It's an interesting thing happening right now. But people are also like reevaluating like how they value work, different types of work, how they want to get paid, what they think the worth is for different kinds of jobs. And this is part of like a cultural like mass shift like across the country, the planet. So it's an evolution that's coming maybe in part from the economic challenges we're facing, but it doesn't mean it's like a bad thing happening. Change is always a blessed thing because helps us make a transition to a new state. And that transition could be exactly what was needed to get us to a place that we can thrive in. It's like, if any system or structure isn't working, chances are it's got to change in some way, right? And we don't always know yet what that change looks like. And that's also a good thing, because we're not going to be able to build something new with the old way of thinking. If we were, we would have already built it, right? So, of course, you don't know the how it's going to happen, because you're operating from the frame of mind that built the old thing. So this is where the bet comes in. This is where you are practicing groundedness and existing in a state of liminal, uncertain possibility, because that is how you allow yourself the space for new ways of thinking, new things to come on the radar, new opportunities, new, simpler solutions that bring home more bacon or vegan bacon, whatever metaphor you want to use, with less effort. And that's what's going to be awesome with this year. And I'm quite excited to see it. So I think I've talked enough for this video. I'll leave it at that. But please like, share, subscribe to help grow this channel. If you like this content, please share below if you have anything about your own bets that you've made on yourself. I'd love to know. And I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah.